Hi supporters, this is Councilmember David Grosso here, bringing you holiday greetings and hopes for a happy new year. I also want to give you an update on how our year went. The first year now is behind us, we're looking forward to next year, and we made great progress on three of our biggest priorities: criminal justice, healthcare, and of course, education. Over the year's time, we've attended numerous hearings, been out in the community, visited lots of schools, and been engaged in the process to the point where I finally feel grounded in my knowledge and in how I want to play a role in education reform moving forward here in our city. Criminal justice reform has also been a priority of mine. Many of you know I introduced a bill to tax and regulate marijuana. I also introduced a bill to seal the records of people that had nonviolent offenses for marijuana possession. That bill had a hearing just last week, and we're excited to see it move forward next year. One of my major priorities has been healthcare reform. In the District of Columbia, we have pretty good healthcare coverage, but do we have enough doctors? Do we have enough nurses? Do we have enough care for our citizens and all of our residents? I don't know if we do. So I went out and toured a lot of health clinics. I've been working with the hospitals to understand what they offer, and I'm hoping to move forward with the implementation of the Affordable Care Act and ultimately getting everybody signed up for the care that they need. Finally, I just want to touch on ethics reform for a second. I came into the council telling you that I was going to live under a different standard, something that was a little bit greater, that held people accountable to a different whole level. And I've tried to do that. I still don't have a constituent services fund. I still haven't voted on contracts, although you'll note last week we put out a release saying I did vote on one contract. It was important for me to stand up for that contract because it had gone through the process, and the Contract Appeals Board had ruled in favor of a particular organization, and that I felt like needed to be stood for. Ultimately, though, it's going to take a lot of hard work and engagement by people like you to make sure that our government is moving in the right direction. Each one of us, every single resident, is going to have to go out and vote. Going to have to be engaged in my office. To call me at 202-724-8105. Email my staff, email me, and let me know what your thoughts are. Next year, I'm looking forward to working on many of these priorities again throughout the year. We have the budget process coming up very quickly, where we'll be committed to making sure that every community and every neighborhood has the things that it needs in order to be successful and to prosper in our city. We're also going to be working on elections reform, continuing to work on education reform, and paying particular attention to the boundaries discussion and the debate around where you have a right to go to school, in your neighborhood school, where it's located and where you go. And finally, I just want to say a big thank you this year to all of my staff, and especially to Aaron Pritchard, the Chief of Staff, who's no longer going to be with us starting in the new year. Aaron and his wife Amy and their daughter Amelia have decided to move back to Washington State so they can be close to Aaron's family while they're raising their family. But that's okay because we have great opportunity here in spite of Aaron's leaving. We have new Chief of Staff Dion Johnson Calhoun and Christina Henderson, who's going to be the Deputy Chief of Staff in charge of my legislative team. So come on down and meet everybody. Be engaged in the process. Remember to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and call me as often as you want. Thanks a lot. Have a happy new year, and we'll see you in the new year.